Teresa's like, you said I changed the most after they saw their poster boards or cutouts of their season, each of their season 1 looks.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was like, no, I wasn't even talking about that. I think you look good. And then Teresa brought up taxes, and Vicki said, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about someone else on my show. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense because from my understanding, and I watch OC like you do,
Mm-hmm.
I think OC has tax issues.
Yeah.
Like,
Who the hell are you talking about?
not one
Noella?
person.
Right. So I just, you know, Vicki, nice try, but actually bad try because you didn't even, that's what I mean. She doesn't even give a fuck enough about these women to even make an effort to just try to even, you know what I mean, do anything. She just is dismissive in a way that is not entertaining to me, you know. A lot of people, yeah, that's just.
I gotta be, you know, listen, you know, I love Vicki. I love Vicki.
Mm-hmm.
I had on my podcast, you know, going over the Wendy stuff.
That's when she first pissed me off. I didn't like how she was talking about Wendy stuff. You remember that? I had you on the side. Like, I ain't like that shit. I didn't like the way she was discussing that. Oh, and she, I mean, this is so bad. And she, well, if they, listen, for me, if that's what they, you can't just, you can't just, that's what she was doing. And she just makes me so, I didn't like how she was discussing that black woman situation. Sorry, everything about that, but I noticed it then.
Yeah, and that's why when you hit me up on the side, I said to you very honestly, like, oh, I didn't see it that way. I said, but hey, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But and even watching her this episode 2, my concern for Vicki is this, and this is me speaking as a producer and not a viewer. I'm concerned that she would not get asked back to season 21. And I'm concerned this would be the last time you see her on Bravo. And the reason why I'm concerned is because one thing I know about that network, at the end of the day, yes, drama is whatever. It is what it is. But that network prides itself on women having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Vicki isn't having fun. And the one cardinal rule that you said, Dustin, that I can confirm that means a lot to Bravo is getting to know women and establishing friendships.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we get to Atlanta Housewives tonight.
Mm-hmm.
See y'all on YouTube. But if you don't try to foster a friendship with these women, it's not something that the audience or the network wants to buy into because they're going to be like, well, you don't have any friends. I'm sorry, like you don't have any friends.
We don't have a reason to care. Therefore, we will no longer have a reason to care. So it's detrimental to the whole program when you do that. And it's not funny. Be funny. I remember her back in early OC days. I had never seen someone that acted like her. And it was funny. The things that she would do and say, and just watching these ladies act a fool was funny. You didn't got too old for that. It just don't even look right no more. That's the thing, is it's not even entertaining anymore. On top of the fact that when you do decide to get personal, you tell this Troop Beverly Hills ass 8th grade ass story about somebody calling you Miss Piggy or
and not poor pig.
Luann knew exactly what she was doing when she said that shit too. I was like, Luann, that's right.
They chose the right New York City housewife.
They absolutely did.
Luann clocks in. Luann is the white Giselle.
Yeah.
Luann knows exactly what she's doing. She's even on the phone with her man, and she's like, so, you know, what do you?
Yeah.
Luann gets the gig.
She knows what to do. And from a social perspective, Luann has long-standing relationships with a lot of these women. You know what I'm saying? Like Luann and Cynthia have been friends for years, off the show type shit. Luann, she has long-standing relationships with a lot of these women. Yeah. And if you think back to like different BravoCon footage and stuff, you would see Luann engaging with everybody. She's social people like her. You know what I'm saying? Like she's connected. So she was who else was they gonna send from New York? Thank you.
Well, you and I do like Dorinda.
Yeah, Dorinda, but Dorinda's so booked, to be honest with you, because not only do you and I like Dorinda, everybody likes Dorinda. She was out there with the Hey You shit in Australia with Cynthia. You know what I'm saying? These are the ones that that get big. She is a very popular Bravo celebrity. So I do love Dorinda. But she came later. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't a season one OG. Yeah.
You can't do Jill. You can't do Ramona. Bethany, forget about it. Alice McCord, no thank you. You're right. It's Lou. It's Lou. You're right. It could only be Lou.
And shout out to her for still having that relevance that many years later. You know what I'm saying? That's something to be said. Luann is still employable by the network and other networks. Ain't she on that other? What's the other show? The
Golden Years with
that one. Hot water bottles and mustard plaster and Icy Hot. That's that show. We should call that show Icy Hot. You know what I'm saying? Liniment. You know what I'm saying? Shit like Sanderbelt Slacks. You know, it's just an old ass show. You know what I'm saying? Mothballs and shit. You know, she's on that show, and then she also was on Love Hotel, right? And now she's on she's doing this. Like Luann is still,
she's the white Giselle.
She is. Right. She's very valuable. Yeah,
I just realized that. No, she's back. Even when so they get to Beverly Hills. Obviously, Dustin, darling, they're staying at the Hilton Hotel.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, yes. Yep.
Kathy and Rick Hilton. Yep. So they're eating Luann is eating a kebab and puts the kebab that she have eaten onto Vicki's plate. Vicki gets mad. Luann calls her control freak. Luann told Giselle Vicki needs some dick. Giselle tells Vicki what Luann said, child, because Giselle's clocked it. And Luann says, just because you have a man, Vicki, are you having any good orgasms? And do you think the uptightness from Vicki is that she's not getting what the girls want her to get because she's so uptight?
No, because I would have got just as mad as Vicki did. You know, I always tell the truth. I would have got just as mad as Vicki did if somebody put a half-eaten kebab on my goddamn plate too. That's nasty. And that's just nasty. So yes, I would have gotten mad. I ain't, you know, I don't have that issue that they say she needed. So I don't think it was correlated to a lack of sex. I just think that was just nasty. You know what I'm saying?
I do want Vicki to get laid if she's not.
Well,
she's the thing is I just feel like, I don't know. The women that I know that say, you like me, you have a lot of bad chicks, okay, who are gorgeous okay? And we know when our girl is in a good mood because she's got some good, you know, like she's happy and all those things.
But those are beautiful women who have beautiful energies, beautiful hearts. And they have wonderful spirits that are inviting and welcoming, and they feel so good about life and about other people that they fix themselves up and they go out into the world reflecting their inner beauty on the outside. Vicki, I think, is having a different lived experience because she don't feel good about herself. And so she shows up frazzled, you know what I'm saying? She's erratic. I thought there was an issue because of the shakiness and the sporadic movements and stuff. And that's a lot for people to take, especially a man. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot for people to take. So maybe, but I also know that Vicki's had partners on this show. She was divorced from Don, and you know what I'm saying? She's dated other people. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, somebody's holding her Kodo umbrella, but we don't know, you know, I just don't think it's happening as much as it should for her to be happy.
One moment that happens, speaking of beautiful women, whether or not they're having good sex, our proud lesbian, Porsha Williams. And I can't say my girl is proud to be a lesbian because it's still very secretive, Kyle Richards. So they're in the bed, right? Kyle says she sleeps with a pillow between her legs, Dustin. And Porsha got on top of Kyle and says, look, I have a housewife between my legs.
Yep.
And then I'm like, Porsha, who's out of her own mouth, says she's gay, that she's the G in LGBTQ+.
Yeah.
Kyle has yet to admit fully that she's gay. She says she's experimenting. We don't know what that means. But at that moment, I
know what it means. She's you know what it means. You know, yeah.
Her fingernails are very much the size of mine. Okay, they're very
a little bush bumping going on. That's what that means. You know what I'm saying? That's what that means. Okay.
A little UPS delivery, same day, arrival. Do you think, this is what I hope. I hope we get to see Porsha talk to Kyle about, look, I've seen some things and I'm not here to confirm anything or ask you to. But what I will say, as a woman who is now dating a woman, I will say I'm proud. I brought her on the show and we're having a good time, boom, 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 boom. Because it wasn't until that moment, Dustin, I realized they have a lot in common when it comes to both women married to men and how they're now been with women. And I think there's something, I think there could be something very interesting if they ever this season address that parallel.
Both of them like women that slip their thumb through the belt loops in their jeans when they stand up there. Kyle and Porsha. Yeah, because they like a woman slip her thumb through her belt loops in her jeans and
where do you come up?
And lean back on the heel. You know what I'm saying? When she talked to you about serious subjects, that's what they like, and I ain't mad at it. We know Kyle alluded to, you know, being attracted to women on the show, but she never confirmed it. Porsha flat out said, "I love the touch of a woman," and I was so happy she did that because it neutralized any type of leverage that anybody could take with that information. She took that from them and empowered herself. And I think, and as a gay person, you know, I think that, you know what I'm saying? I think that that's how you have to do it. And I admire Porsha and respect her for that. I really, really respect the way Porsha stood in it. I also know that it's not that easy for everybody to do. So we have to give space for room for people to do things in their own time, even when they like we do Kyle Richards. Sorry, we probably have to beep that out. Even when you know that they're gay, like you do Kyle Richards, you know what I'm saying? We still have to just allow her to come to us with that information in her own time. So
yes, no, and that's why.
But it's time.
No, it's definitely time, and that's why
it's been time.
It's I really hope that she finds the. I'm not gonna. When I say this word, I hope it's not coming across offensive.
Balls.
Oh my
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. I was actually thinking courage, but hey, courage balls.
Yeah.